Hello.
Were we successful with our thumbnail?
I think maybe we were. Sometimes when it starts, you guys, it starts and it says 5. And you're like, oh, it's been recording for 5 seconds. But today, it started at 0.
We did it.
I don't know what we did, but we did it.
And we just got out of the pool.
Usually at the end, we tell you to go watch us on YouTube. I am not telling you to watch this episode on YouTube.
But we love you so much that we even just have wet hair and hats and nasty.
And no makeup.
But we're still on YouTube. So don't watch. Listen.
Yes, to this episode, which is episode number
59. And it is your vote.
That's right. You guys chose this episode topic. So that's exciting. What is it?
It's top 5 90s TV shows.
Okay, so we have done our top 5 Nickelodeon shows from the 90s. So just be reminded that we already did those. And so those will probably not be included.
Yeah, these are not like. I shouldn't say that.
She was going to say like not kid shows, but we were kids in the 90s. So
there might be some kid shows in there.
I guess we'll see. If you're watching, which we're telling you not to, but we have a different mic system this week. It's temporary, but we use our mom's podcast mics, and she had to travel with them this weekend. And so we're using this other one that's handheld, and we have to go back and forth taking turns.
Yeah, and it's okay. But also, it'll be better than last week's sound.
That's right.
So it was fine. I know we complain about the sound a lot, but I was just not by the mic for most of it, and that's okay. It was fun because I was writing on my whiteboard. But we at the point that you hear this episode, we will have already gone on our trip. However, we haven't gone in real life because we're recording a little bit early. So once we eventually go to that trip and then record the next podcast, we will talk about that trip. But hopefully you followed along on Instagram because we do know who won.
It was me, Kelsey.
Kelsey won. It was so close at the end.
It was like one vote between mine and Aaron's day.
Really?
Maybe 2. But I will tell you, looking at our lists, I would have voted for yours. I didn't vote.
I didn't vote either.
Emily voted for yours.
I didn't vote, but I couldn't decide which one I would vote for.
Okay, I'll tell you why I would have voted for mine. I didn't vote for either one or any of them, but Emily's I loved, but it was all 4 parks, and I was just wanting a more chill vacation than that. And then yours, I would have chosen, except I don't care to have the brioche ice cream sandwich. And so like on the list of the 6 things, I love all of my 6 things, and I love 5 of your 6 things.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, and I love like some of your things more than my things, but I don't want the brioche ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, so I liked all the days because I think a 4-park challenge is really fun. So I loved that about Emily's. Obviously, I liked mine because it's mine. And I like yours because it only puts us at 2 parks. And so we can kind of chill a little bit. And you might think that we sound crazy, but sometimes we are like go, go, go so much that we're done with 2 parks and it's the early afternoon and we're like, well, now what? So I do like that this gives us the opportunity to kind of like chill and take it all in. And hopefully that's what we did.
Yeah. So we'll probably just talk about it on our next Disney episode. That makes the most sense.
Yeah. But we hope that before you're even listening to this, you followed along on Instagram during that weekend trip because we were posting all about it, I'm sure. That is the plan.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys, millennials, I'm guessing a lot of the people that listen to our podcast are around our age. And so you probably have kids that are, kind of close to our kids' ages. And right now, our kids are obsessed with Ryan Trahan and his wife, Haley. They're going on this like 50-state road trip in 50 days, staying in 50 different Airbnbs. And so I've watched probably like 12 of them just because I was there. And they handhold these microphones and they pass them to each other.
Nice.
And so this is what I feel like. That I'm Ryan Trahan.
Interesting. Why don't they just get 2?
I don't know. And also, why don't they like pin it to their shirt? They're literally just holding on to it as they're driving and things.
I think though, they drive with it.
Well, it's literally like you're just holding it while you hold. Actually, you know what? When they're driving, like if he's driving, Haley will hold it up to him.
We should do that.
What do you mean?
in the car one time.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah.
We were going to record in the car once, but we
didn't have mics, and so it was like the sound was terrible. You could hear the the highway.
we didn't do it. You're welcome.
But anyway, that's fine. But I do like the sound of this one.
Yeah, so maybe we can take it on the road. That could be fun. Okay. All right, guys, we are getting into episode, what did you say?
59.
59, top 5 90s shows.
Yes, and you voted, and this one was really fun for me when I was doing it. Was it fun for you?
To see what people were going to vote for? Is
No.
that what you mean creating it?
Yeah, to get prepared for it. So thanks for voting for it because it was really fun for me.
It was fun for me, and I have a really long honorable mention list, and so it was fun for me to have to rank them because apparently we watched a lot of shows in the 90s.
We did, because I have a pretty long list of honorable mentions too.
Well, and some of them go into the 2000s because they start in the 90s, but then they ended in the 2000s. So, I mean, it really is like if you go from 1990 to any show that was part of its run was in the 90s, there could be some that went well into the 2000s too, and 2000s also.
Yeah, but you count those.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's probably like 15 years of our childhood.
Yeah,
So it's a lot of elementary, middle, high, and college.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold this because I'm doing this. This is Aaron. I don't know why I said that. I'm doing the history of TVs in the 90s show. What? I don't know what I said.
TVs in the 90s shows.
TV in the 90s. It was a great time for television.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Okay, so I also, because we're recording on my computer, Kelsey can't see. I can't have my notes up on my computer, so I'm looking at my phone. So if you're watching and you see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone. Okay, so the 1990s saw a surge in sitcoms like Friends, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Full House, Seinfeld, and Frasier. And then it had a lot of dramas as well, like ER, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, animated series like The Simpsons, Daria, South Park, and family shows like Home Improvement and Boy Meets World. You'd have to choose between the shows you'd want to watch because in those olden days when we were children, as most of you that are listening to this remember, you had to watch when it was on TV. And because they wanted you to watch their show, the good shows were all on at the same time. So you either had to like pick which one you wanted to watch or record them on your VHS.
That's right.
What are those things called? VCR. And watch it later. So that was fun. So I tried to look into like what shows were on at the same time as each other.
Ooh.
And I found that Seinfeld and Friends were on at the same time. And then at one point, Frasier and Friends were on at the same time. And then another point, Frasier and ER were on at the same time. Frasier was popular.
I know. When you said Frasier and Friends, it sounded like a show.
Oh, Frasier and Friends. This is when NBC did Thursday night must-see TV, which I found that lasted until 2015 was Thursday night must-see TV.
Wow.
I mean, God, 2015.
That's a long time. I don't even remember like that term.
You don't? Like Thursday nights was when you watched TV.
I do remember that Thursday nights, like those were the day and the time slots. Like if your show was good, they were there.
Oh, you're funny. Yeah, must-see TV.
I do remember. When you call it must-see TV, yes. I don't know.
Okay. Well, anyway, it was most dominant in the 80s and 90s was the must-see TV. Yeah, and that's all. You could also rent them later.
Oh. What do you mean rent
Like
them?
rent the season.
Oh, on the TV?
No, on like a VHS.
Oh, for sure. I also have seasons of shows on DVD.
DVD for sure.
Yeah.
Still have those gems. Just don't have a way to watch them.
Oh, I do.
I think I have can you watch them on a PS4? I think I can watch them on my PS4, but I don't
have a couple of DVD players.
Okay, I'll borrow them from you. So, when we get into some of these shows, I have something to tell you, but it's okay. All right, so we're gonna guess each other's number ones. I'm going first because you went first last time.
Okay.
Kelsey is up 4-3 so far on our score rankings. So And this was really hard for me.
I think it will be really hard. And yes, it was hard for me to pick a number one too.
Yeah, I don't think that I'm going to get it right, but I don't know how to decide because you change the way you pick every time. But
Apparently,
so do
I
I.
do.
It's okay. All right, so I'm guessing for you, Kelsey, Saved by the Bell.
Okay, good guess. For you, I'm guessing Felicity.
Okay, good guess. Okay, but then I started with my number 5 last time, so you're going to start with your number 5.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. My number 5 is this one's not gonna be on your list, so that's fun for the people.
How do you know?
Because I know. Friends. Friends is my number 5.
Yay!
Okay. So this ran from 1994 to 2004.
Okay.
This is I don't think it'll be on Erin's list because she's never like watched the whole thing through. Just some episodes here and there as back in the day when it was just on TV and reruns were on TV all the time. I'm sure you've seen lots of episodes, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I had never really watched this before when we were growing up. They're older, like their characters are older than how old we were. In 1994, they were early 20s and
Yeah.
and we were 8. so we didn't relate with them at that point in time. But when I went to college in 2005, so our sophomore year of college, I met one of my best friends now, Katie, and I met my husband, Greg, and they both loved Friends. It was like both of their favorite TV shows. And I spent a lot of time at Greg's dorm or else an apartment, but whatever. And Katie lived in the same like building. And so we spent a lot of time there and we watched the entire series. And so I'm probably not all three of us together, but Katie and I for sure. She had them on DVD.
Yes.
And we watched the entire series when I was in college. So I really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. So here are the things. Here's a synopsis because nobody knows what Friends is, right? It follows the personal and professional lives of 6 23-year-old friends living in the Manhattan borough of New York City. Yes. Okay. So here's just some facts about the show. It won 6 primetime Emmys. Going in descending order. In 2003, it won Outstanding Guest Actress in a Comedy Series, Christina Applegate.
Who was she?
She played Rachel's sister,
Oh,
one of
yeah.
Rachel's sisters.
Yes.
I love that episode. It's hilarious.
She's only in one episode?
She's probably in more than one, but this one, she won it for the episode, the one with Rachel's other sister.
Okay, got it.
It's so funny. And then in 2002, it won Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series, Jennifer Aniston.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in 2002, also, it won Outstanding Comedy Series. It was the only year it won for the series.
Huh.
In 2000, it won for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Comedy Series, Bruce Willis. Also hilarious.
I have definitely seen that episode.
Yes. It reminds me of Bruce Willis in 10
Yes,
in
the whole 9 yards.
in the whole 10 yards
Oh, yeah.
because he has a crying
Yeah,
thing and he
yeah.
cries a lot in Friends. In 1998, Lisa Kudrow won for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series, which I found interesting because Jennifer Aniston won for lead and she won for supporting.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
Oh.
It's kind of a
But don't they nominate themselves for a category? Or their people do, so they choose to put them in as supporting?
Yeah, I think so. And I think also maybe I didn't go back and look who was nominated for what, but maybe like they didn't want to be up against each other. So they put like some of them in major, like supporting and some in, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so that means Courtney Cox was the only female that didn't. And
She's so good in it.
I know. I love her in Friends.
Who's your favorite?
Oh my gosh. My favorite is Chandler.
Oh, Chandler's funny.
But my favorite girl is Monica.
Yeah.
So Monica and Chandler.
Yeah.
Love it so much. But none of the boys ever won. I do know that at least Matthew Perry was nominated. And then the last one it won in 1996 was Outstanding Directing. Okay. Sorry. Lots of things about Friends. I'm going to try to go quickly. Lisa Kudrow and her best friend wrote Smelly Cat, the song Smelly Cat.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
When they were drunk. And then it was eventually written into the show.
That's amazing.
Which is funny. the actors and actresses, led by David Schwimmer, held an intervention for Jennifer Aniston because she was late to set all the time. So funny. And then Chandler and Monica, eventually they end up married in the show. They were meant to be just a one night thing. But back in the day, they filmed in front of audiences and whatever. And the audience liked it so much that they decided to make them actual couple. And then eventually.
I love that.
I
Aww.
know, he's so cute. Okay, so when Tom Selleck made his initial.
The best part of Friends.
Aaron loves Tom Selleck. When he made his initial on-set appearance, he got standing ovations, which made his entrances unusable. They would have to reshoot without the audience.
Because everyone loves Tom Selleck.
I need to know what you love about Tom Selleck.
I don't know because it's not the mustache.
Definitely not.
I think it's his voice.
Yes.
And his charm.
I was just about to say, it's just like his presence.
Yes, it's his presence. I
Yes.
love him.
Specifically from Three Men and a Baby and Little Lady.
Little lady.
Little Lady for sure.
He's a dreamboat, although he's old now, so probably not that much.
Very old. Well, in the show, he dated Monica. I don't know if you even know this, but
I know.
he's her parents' friend.
Oh no, I don't
And
know
so
that.
it's like
That's icky.
So it's like a weird storyline.
I'm looking him up.
Okay. All right. The last thing I was going to add is that so Paul Rudd, my love, Paul Rudd, is on the show in the later seasons as Phoebe's husband. And this is the best.
He's 80.
Oh my God. Look how old Courtney Cox is.
Okay.
You have to listen to this,
I'm listening.
though. Paul Rudd got the part of Phoebe's eventual husband after the casting director wrote one word after his audition. Do you want to guess what the word was?
There's no way I'm going to guess the word. Dreamboat.
Dreamy. You said no way. She high-fived the air. Yeah.
That is amazing.
I know. And I love the episode where Paul Rudd and Phoebe meet because have you seen that episode?
No.
Okay, so
probably. I don't know.
So Joey and Phoebe tell each other that they're going to do a double date and they're each going to bring somebody for the other one.
Okay.
And Phoebe tells who did I just say?
Monica? No, Phoebe.
I know, but who's the guy?
Matthew Perry.
No.
Matt is his real name.
Matt LeBlanc.
Yes, that guy.
What is his name? Joey. Thank you. So
I was gonna call him Matt because I don't know why.
Because his name is Matt.
And he had a TV show that was called
Joey.
Oh. No.
Oh, okay. I don't
find his other show anyway.
Okay. Anyway, so Phoebe has a friend like that he is specifically bringing to this blind double date, and she like tells him about it, and he has like totally forgotten that he's supposed to do this, but he makes up this friend and says, I can't remember his name, Paul Rudd in the show. We're gonna go with Paul, and Katie and Greg are yelling at me, but he's like, crap, I need to find a friend named Paul. So he's like at Central Perk and he's like, Paul. And he's like, yeah. And then they take him on the double date.
I love that. Okay, that's cool.
And then in their vows, in their wedding, he's like, you're so wonderfully weird. And it just makes me happy.
I remember that.
I love their wedding episode too.
I have to say something. Courtney Cox is 61. So that's a 19-year age difference.
Okay.
So there you go. And also, Matt LeBlanc was on a show called Episodes, which he played Matt LeBlanc. And I watched that show. And so I just want to call him Matt.
Well, you can. It's his name.
I know.
Okay. That's all I have to say about Friends.
Okay. That was good.
Thanks.
Friends. Friends is good. My number 5
is not Friends.
It is Friends.
Are you serious?
Yes.
But you didn't watch Friends.
I didn't watch Friends all the time.
Well, there was so funny.
There was at least a year or two that I watched it. We watched it in high school.
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
But
we must have watched random episodes out of order, right?
Not in high school. We watched it on Thursdays at 8:00 or whatever.
Oh.
But So I have seen Friends. I don't know every episode. I probably haven't seen every episode of Friends. I have never sat and watched Friends from start to finish. And Friends was actually not on my top 5, but I made the whole thing. And then we were at the beach and we watched Friends just in our Airbnb. And I was like, this show is so good.
It is so good.
So even though I'm not intimately familiar with every scene and every episode,
I would like to say I'm not either. I would fail at Friends trivia.
okay. It's so funny. So I had ER and I kicked it off. So ER got bumped to number 6.
I would like to say about ER, we loved ER and we watched the whole thing. And if
We watched the whole thing.
yeah, I think so.
Oh.
If it was more recent, I probably would have it on there. I just don't remember because we were pretty young.
Yeah, we were young, and I did all the research and stuff for ER. The only thing I'll say about it is I went on to IMDb to look something up, and it told me like it. I don't know why, but like 2 specific episodes, and one of them is the episode I always think of when I think of ER.
Is it when Dr. Green dies?
No, it's when Lucy gets stabbed.
Who's Lucy?
Okay, well, she was a doctor, and she got stabbed. It was like what's that holiday? New Year's Eve or something. So everybody's like out in the middle having a party, and one of the patients is like psycho, and he stabs 2 of them, and one of them lives and she dies. And the guy who stabs her is hold on. I wrote it down. Bernard from the Santa Claus.
Oh, I do kind of remember this.
So every time I see Bernard, I don't think Santa Claus or 10 Things I Hate About You. I think the guy who killed Lucy.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Anyway, but also, side note. Sorry, I know I'm not talking about ER, but I am talking about ER. His wife on the show on that episode,
Bernard's show? Wife?
Bernard, when he was the psycho on ER, his wife was played by Paris from Gilmore Girls.
That's weird, man. Was it like during Gilmore Girls?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Well, it was
'Cause I
before
think-
Gilmore Girls
I
because
would've thought
Gilmore
she
Girls
so
was.
young.
Oh God, I don't
Gilmore
know.
Girls started in 2000.
ER went all the way to 2009. We didn't watch the whole show.
Yeah, you're right. We definitely did not.
Okay. Anyway.
Can I add one thing about ER?
Yeah.
Dr. Green dies in ER.
Yeah.
And I remember, we must have been in high school. I remember I was like not a crier. I was not an emotional person. And I sobbed during that show. And ever since then, I'm like very emotional. So I credit ER as making me an emotional person.
ER made you emotional. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Friends. Do I have anything else to add to Friends? Obviously, it kicked off their careers. A lot of them still have careers or had meaningful careers. So that's kind of fun. I would say Chandler's probably my favorite, and Monica as well, if I had to pick a favorite friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I don't know. It's also in New York. I love New York so much. And it was on the same time as Seinfeld, and I am definitely Team Friends over Team Seinfeld.
I really dislike Seinfeld, so we don't have to talk about that.
Okay. That's all. It's just so good. That's all I put for Friends. Okay. So I did have friends.
You shocked me.
Yes.
Good job.
Maybe I'll keep shocking you.
Maybe so. But if our lists are the same again, except for I don't have Felicity on my list.
I might not either. Maybe not.
If you have friends, you better have Felicity. Okay.
No comment.
All right. My number 4 is Dawson's Creek.
Ooh.
All right. 1998 to 2003. There were 6 seasons. It's about 2 childhood best friends, Dawson and Joey. Hey, Joey again. They go through different stages of adolescence together. Girl Joey. Their friendship is later tested when they both start a relationship with different people.
Ooh.
Okay. So, Dawson's Creek came out when we were 12. And these people were in high school, so like not too much older than us. Thank God we did not watch Dawson's Creek when we were in high school because this show
is all about if you have your kids listening,
it's about adult things for young children.
Okay, but you also have to think about what the high school kid shows now is way more risque.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
I think you're right, but did you think we started in college?
We didn't though, because we used to watch at Mandy's house.
I remember them Mandy and Chris and our Augusta besties. I remember them introducing it to us, but I thought it was in college.
It might have been college.
Well, either way, we are also very like naive, young, innocent little babies. And so this show was shocking.
It was very shocking. The pilot episode is all about sex and very like in episode 1, Pacey, who's 15, is trying to seduce and starts a relationship with his teacher, a sexual relationship with his teacher.
And he is a child. You guys look at it. He is a child.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, like Jen is all about that. And Dawson is all about that. It's like that is all that they think about and talk about. And that's probably realistic, but it wasn't realistic for our lives and our friends. So it just was like, oh my gosh, is this real?
Yeah. It was different than our experience.
But it was still really good and dramatic and enjoyable. So just a couple things about it. Kevin Williamson was like the creator of the show when they initially sent it to Fox, and then Fox didn't. They turned it down. So the creator, he adopted a dog and named him Dawson, saying, "I thought that would be my only memory of this script."
Oh, that's sad.
So then he had a dog named Dawson. This is interesting. James Vanderbeek, who plays Dawson, his last name Vanderbeek means from the creek.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was like meant to be. Love that. Meredith Monroe, who plays Andy McPhee. Okay. 16 years old in the show. 29.
Whoa, she looked young.
I don't think she looks 16, but she didn't look 29 playing a 16-year-old.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like blow your mind crazy. Yeah. Okay, so Joey Potter, who is Katie Holmes. She's the only character to be in all 128 episodes.
Interesting.
I know.
I want to go watch all of these shows.
I know. That's another one that seems so far away in my brain that like I don't remember. And it's not one that I've like rewatched.
Yeah.
But I remember like specific episodes. And then I'll see like an actor and I'll be like, oh, Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
Like Busy Phillips is always forever Dawson's Creek to me. Michelle Williams, which she's like a superstar now.
Yeah. And freaking Joshua Jackson.
Oh my gosh, Joshua Jackson. He's adorable. Also, what is it? Oliver Hudson. Oliver Hudson. I just go straight to Dawson's Creek.
Who is he in Dawson's Creek? Oh,
he's in the college years. He's one of Katie Holmes. No, one of Katie Holmes' boyfriends.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I'll have to rewatch it.
And Busy Phillips and Michelle Williams are besties in real life.
I know, and they met here. So good.
So cute. Okay, that's what I have about Dawson's Creek.
That's not a lot of things.
I know.
You don't like it that much.
Well, I do. It's not a rewatch thing for me, so I don't have that much passion for it.
Okay. All right. Well, good one. All right. My number 4 is Full House. Do you have Full House?
I don't know.
Okay. Because we were obsessed with Full House. Kelsey pretends like she doesn't like that much on the Mary-Kate and Ashley episode, but yeah, it wasn't even in your top.
Full House was my number 2.
Well, it wasn't number 1, and that's a lie. Okay. Full House, 1987 and 1995. So that means we've already talked about this. Whatever, I'm talking about it anyway. It's a story about sportscaster turned morning talk show host Danny Tanner and his daughters DJ, Stephanie, and Michelle. Before the show begins, his wife Pam is killed by a drunk driver, which I did not remember. I knew she died, but that's sad. Yeah. So he needs help raising his daughters. He asks his rock musician brother-in-law, Jesse Katsopoulos, and comedian best friend Joey Gladstone to move in with them for that. As the show goes on, Jesse marries Danny's talk show co-host Rebecca Donaldson, and they have twin sons named Nikki and Alex.
Oh, Nikki and Alex. They were cute kids.
They were so cute. And okay, so I'm going to pause for a moment here and say my kids just finished today watching Fuller House, and they never watched Full House, but they started with Fuller House and they loved it. So we literally started watching the pilot for Full House today, which was fun.
That is super fun.
Yeah. And they were like, Callie, my daughter Callie said, Stephanie and DJ look exactly the same.
That's so funny because I disagree.
No, they definitely look the same.
I think they do. I'm going to say something mean about Jodie Sweetin. I thought she was so cute when she was like little. And then as she kind of like aged like middle school, I thought she got not very cute.
But she looks the same.
Yeah.
And Candace Cameron is way cuter as an adult.
Yeah, way cuter.
But she also looks the same.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Anyway, but they cannot wait to like meet Steve. And they told me there's an episode of Fuller House, and I watched Fuller House too, but I don't remember that Nikki and Alex are on.
Yes, it's funny.
Okay, I can't wait. But anyway, let's see. Not many of these actors have done much else that has been like super popular, I would say. But they've been able to make an entire career, lifelong career out of it, right? I mean, okay, Steve was Aladdin.
Yes, he was.
And Candace Cameron does Hallmark movies, and Bob Saget was the voice of adult Ted on How I Met Your Mother, and that was cool. And he was America's Funniest Home Videos, so he did too, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
And freaking John Stamos.
And everybody knows who John Stamos is, whether he acts or not.
And he's
because of his face,
the most beautiful man. When is he going to be sexiest man alive? Is he too old?
I think it passed his window pass.
Was a miss.
I don't think he's too old. I just don't think he's relevant enough.
Okay, well, that's too bad. Anyway, okay. Why I love it. It's a very naive show, which we were. Yes. When we were children. And it teaches you lots of good lessons, and it's a good show for kids. So I just love that. It's wholesome.
It for sure is.
And then the characters were fun. There were twins on there twice, right? Because there was Mary-Kate and Ashley, which we eventually discovered were twins. And then Nikki and Alex were twins. So that was fun.
Yes. There were a couple episodes where both Mary-Kate and Ashley were on. Do you remember? It was like a Greek cousin.
Yeah.
That one had dark hair.
Yeah, that was funny. I do remember that. I also it also gave us John Stamos, who doesn't age and is very dreamy, using that word again.
And he loves Disney World.
I mean, he's dreamy. Let's see. The only other thing I saw that I thought was interesting, I was on IMDb and saw that Bob Saget was on 192 episodes while all the other main characters were on 193 episodes. So I looked at why. So
why?
They did an unaired pilot episode.
Oh, I did read that.
And he was, you did. That he was not available to record. So they did it with somebody else, but it never aired. And then he was in all the episodes that aired.
Huh.
That's all.
Hey, what number is this of yours?
4.
Oh, good. Okay.
Okay, your turn.
I was starting to get concerned.
We're only on 4.
I know.
Okay,
my number 3 is Boy Meets World.
Ah, you love Boy Meets World.
I love Boy Meets World. Okay, 1993 to 2000.
This is your number 3.
It is.
So your number 2 and number 1 are going to be Full House and Saved by the Bell.
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay, go.
Or Felicity. Okay. All right. So this is a funny one-sentence description. Corey Matthews tests his various theories about life as he endures the trials of growing up alongside a good friend. So this show is about just a group of friends that grow up together. I mean, really. Corey, his best friend Sean, his brother Eric. They have a sister, but she's very minor. And then Corey's weird person at school who turns love interest Topanga, and then later on in this series they were meant to be forever, and when they were kindergartners playing in the sand they were in love, so they changed that story a little bit. You don't remember that?
No.
Yeah. And then Mr. Feeney lives next door, And that's the teacher who goes up with them in every grade all the way to college.
And he lives next door.
And he lives next door. So they go to him for advice and stuff. And it's just so cute. So a couple of years ago, I was like, I want to watch this because
They have a podcast.
they have a podcast. Three of them. Yes, three of them have a podcast. And they talk, like they go through every episode, right? And so I started to listen to it and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to watch this. And so I watched it with my kids and we watched the whole first season.
Oh, that's fun. I was thinking while you were talking about it, this is a good kids show.
The first season. Yeah. It was really good. And then I started listening to the podcast and it was like automatically in season 2, they like jumped a grade and they were now in middle school and it was all about like being in love with girls. Like automatically. It turned into like this sweet little like elementary kid thing into like everybody making out in the hallways. And I was like, I'm not going to watch this with the kids anymore because they don't care about that right now. Like that's not what they want to watch. And so I was like, well, that's kind of a bummer. So we stopped there and we didn't like rewatch anything else. But I just loved all the characters except Eric is really annoying, the brother. But love Sean, love Topanga, love Corey. I love the school aspect of it. You know, we were in school. They were in school. 1993 to 2000 was us up until middle of high school. So that was fun. And it is relatively pure in its, it's no Dawson's Creek for sure. In fact, Corey and Topanga end up getting married in college and they wait for marriage for adult things. So like there are things like that in the show and they tackle drinking sometimes and like little things, but anyway, I really liked it. I really liked that show a lot.
It's good.
Okay, I have things to add.
Okay.
All right. There was a different girl that was cast as Topanga, and I learned this on the podcast. But the Danielle Fishel, who plays Topanga, was like cast as an extra. She tried out for Topanga, and they didn't hire her. But then she was an extra, just like a girl in the classroom. And then the girl who got hired as Topanga, like did not do well when it came to her.
Oh no.
Her day.
Oh no.
She also wasn't supposed to be a recurring character. She was like a one episode thing. And Michael Jacobs, who's the creator, seems like he's very intense and not like a great guy to work with kids. Anyway, she's like the girl who was hired like did not do well. So they pulled Danielle Fishel and were like, you're going to be the new Topanga and you have like one day to perfect this. And she did. And so they kept her and then people liked it. And so then she got to be a regular.
You got to have a girl. Otherwise there would have been no girls.
Very true. And then she also like was a really weirdo and they thought she was like so strange. And then she became like a normal person. And then
like Hermione.
Yes, like Hermione. I like that. Okay, 6 degrees of NSYNC. Danielle Fishel and Lance Bass dated for a very long time. She thought she was going to marry him. I think they had Lance on their episode or on their podcast.
I need that episode.
You can find it, I'm sure. But she just thought that they were going to get married. They went to prom together. You can find their like prom pictures they were in like the teen magazines and stuff back in the day. But they didn't get married because Lance was gay.
I remember when they were dating, I was literal heartbroken and like, why would he pick her? Which is hilarious because I was probably 12 and also she's beautiful. I was so jealous.
No, that's unfortunate.
I think it worked out for all of us involved.
Yes. But it's really sweet because they're like good friends today and they like still see each other and like they're in contact and it's really cute. I think he says, you have to go back and listen to the podcast. I think he says she's one of the first people
he told.
I think.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that.
Yeah. So anyway, love that. All right. One more tidbit, that's all I got, is hundreds of kids signed up to audition for the part of Sean. Ryder Strong, he's the one who got the role. He was the first and last actor that Michael Jacobs saw. He was the producer. He's like, that's the kid.
Oh, that's great.
I know.
Good for him.
Good job.
Good job,
Ryder strong. Okay. That's my number 3, Boy Meets World.
That's a good one. Ryder Strong. That's a funny name.
Also, I don't listen to the podcast anymore because I can't stand Will Friedle.
That's funny. Okay, my number 3 is when you wake up in the morning and the mama's up a warning. I don't think I'll ever make it on time. Say by the bell.
Okay.
Obviously, we still have Say by the Bell because we had episode 2 was Say by the Bell.
What do you have left?
I don't know, but
You have Felicity left.
I do.
There's also Dawson's Creek. There's also Boy Meets World.
And 25.
And a lot of extras. Okay, go.
Okay, Say by the Bell. We've already talked about it, but I'm going to talk about it more.
We had a whole episode, you guys, back in the early days.
Yeah, and it was a long time ago. So I'm talking about it again. 1989 to 1994. And then that includes the college years. This is on NBC about a close-knit group of 6 friends that get through their teen years together while attending Bayside High School in the Palisades, California, which is fun. Okay, so just a few things. Let's see. None of the kids that are on that show really got like megastar famous, but you know all of them because of Say by the Bell.
Absolutely.
Similar to most of these shows, like good for them because they're going to be known at least for a while, right? For those shows. So anyway,
I would say that Mark Paul Gosselaar has had a steady acting career.
Yeah.
Since then. He just doesn't have like anything big, giant, famous, but consistently worked as an actor since forever.
And Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
She has too, some, but I think he more so.
Yeah. At least for adult shows. Because she's a mom in one of the kids' shows. And she was on 90210 and she had a cooking show, right? Like she's
I don't know.
Anyway, okay. I like her. Okay, why I love it. Although I'm embarrassed to say, freaking Zach Morris.
Oh yeah. We talked about that.
Oh my god, we're so in love with him. I said I loved it because they were also attractive. Let's be honest. Zach Morris was awful, but man, his freaking charm he gets a long way with that.
He does.
So it always trumped his bad behavior for me.
And we also didn't recognize it as bad behavior.
Yeah, we didn't. I love that they popped around in one episode who they were dating, in another they weren't, and no one really was wiser for it and cared. So that's funny. I also love the music and the clothes, and it's just classic 90s. It's just 90s.
It is 90s in a nutshell.
Yeah. I like that it follows a tight-knit group of friends because friendships are the things that last a lifetime.
Aww, that's so true.
That's why I like it.
I like that it has boy and girl friendships too.
Yeah. Yeah. And that group doesn't often like switch boyfriend, girlfriend, except for Zach and Kelly and Slater, but they don't ever really get together. But on a lot of these shows, it's like, oh, you're going to date that one. And then later you date that one. And I don't think that's realistic.
Yeah, it's more like Zach and Jesse were like, should we? No. And then Zach and Lisa were like one episode and that was it.
Because everyone loves Zach.
I mean, it's true.
Anyway, that's all I really have. I love Say by the Bell. When you talk about it, you can talk more about it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, that's my number 3.
Okay. Time for number 2. Are you ready?
No, I'm scared. Because if you say by the Bell, I'm going to be sad.
Number 2 is Full House.
Yes! Woo!
Full House. Okay. Full House. Aaron already said a lot about Full House. So anything to add to it? So after season 1, Bob Saget, I said that like a Midwestern. Bob Saget, Dave Coulier, and John Stamos.
Wow.
I can't talk. Stamos took a road trip to Las Vegas together because they needed to develop chemistry.
Oh no.
So Bob Saget and Dave Coulier knew each other before, and they didn't know John Stamos, and so I guess the producers or whatever thought that you could kind of tell that he was kind of like cast, like left out a little bit. So they did this road trip, and then eventually Dave Coulier and John Stamos were like super close, and so they brought it into the show where they did like the radio show together and
Nice.
teen talk,
Yakking with youth, yakking with youth.
they did a teen radio show, and anyway, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
I forgot about their radio show.
Yeah, and they did advertising jingles together.
Yeah.
Okay, John Stamos's character's name was supposed to be Adam, but John Stamos changed it. He got it changed to Jesse because his character was a huge Elvis fan, and Elvis had a twin brother who we talked about in our twin episode who died shortly after birth, and his name was Jesse.
Cute.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking to his name, he was Johnny Cochran the first season. He was not Johnny Cochran. I don't know why I said that. Jesse Cochran, not Jesse Katsopoulos the first season. If you go watch it.
I am.
I know.
Starting today.
You're going to hear Johnny Cochran. Who's Johnny Cochran?
He's the lawyer who represented O.J. Simpson. And you know him
From the
because
Good
of the Good
Charlotte
Charlotte song.
She's not wrong. Okay, Jesse Cochran. But they changed it to Katsopoulos in the second season because John Stamos had Greek roots. And they explain it in the show that Cochran was a stage name.
Oh,
because
for Jesse and the Rippers?
Yes, and they wanted his stage name to sound more rock and roll than Katsopoulos. So it was Jesse Cochran.
That's hilarious.
I know.
Okay, I'm just on halfway through the first episode, but Jesse's kind of a jerk.
I think at the beginning he is.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the Disney episode, this is so fun because we talked about how Steve was Aladdin. DJ, I guess they're all there, and maybe he's not there, and she like misses him.
I remember this.
And she like sees him everywhere,
Yes.
quotation mark. She imagines him as Aladdin. Like she sees Aladdin in the parks and thinks it's Steve.
Yeah,
And he is.
I remember.
That's so fun. Okay, so anyway, those are the extras I had about Full House, but I'm with Erin. Like it's such a wholesome show, and I just remember I'm sure like watching them later on, it's like, oh, I missed those things, because everyone in your family could enjoy it, whether it was the adult. There was always like adult topics and also kid topics, and there was like family chats, family meetings.
And there's lots of things that children just don't pick up on.
Yeah.
That the adults do and say.
My favorite one is when Jesse and Becky get married.
I think we talked about this in the other episode.
Oh,
it was in the game, but you can say it or something.
Well, they get married and they live in the attic, and they say they're doing their taxes when they're out there, and they don't want Michelle to come in. And she's going to talk to Joey, and he's like, well, they're doing their taxes. You need to leave them alone. And she calls them taxis. She goes, are they going to do their taxis every night? And he says,
for the first couple of months.
Yes. So good. Anyway, just love it. I honestly, all of the characters, except for Kimmy Gibbler. But I also watched Fuller House, and she's much better in Fuller House than she was she's super obnoxious still.
She's a bad actress. And sorry, Andrea Berger, or whatever your name is. She just, you can't, unless you're watching, she like overdoes with her. She nods a lot and like moves her face. And I'm like, okay. No
honestly,
one is like that.
I think they're all worse in Fuller House than all the adults. I think the kids do a great job, but I think all of the adults are worse now than they were in Full House. And I think part of it is like, it's supposed to be sitcom-y, right? So they like wait to say their lines, and it's just kind of annoying.
But really good.
But I like Full House. Like, I don't feel that way in Full House. I feel that way in Fuller House.
Okay. I'll take it.
All right, that's my number 2.
Okay. Eek. Yeah, Saved by the Bell is your number 1. I put it as number. We already had this conversation.
I know, but I don't know.
Okay, my number 2 is Dawson's Creek.
Oh, okay.
Are you surprised?
I'm surprised it's that high. You must remember it more than I do.
I don't know that I do. I don't know.
Felicity.
You guys get ready to learn about Felicity because Kelsey didn't talk about Felicity.
Because I didn't watch Felicity. Okay, anyway, we're not talking about that yet.
Okay, Dawson's Creek. All right, so you already talked about it. But what I will say, this is why I loved it. Teenager topics, not the okay, whatever. When I watch it back, I'm really hoping my kids don't want to watch it. This is what I told them because the first few episodes are all about sex and Pacey seduces his teacher. I put that. This is not cool. Not cool. I love the love triangles.
Yes, same. I love teenage love drama.
Me too. And like, who are they gonna pick? And everybody's team Dawson or team Pacey.
Team Pacey.
And
Dawson's
actually,
hair and crying.
I know it's gross. Well, let me say a few things. These are the things, the love triangles. Joey and Dawson, who are best friends forever, but they love each other at different times.
I don't even remember Joey loving Dawson.
Oh, she was obsessed with him.
When?
The whole first season until she liked Pacey.
Oh.
And Dawson essentially pushed her away into Pacey's arms and then was jealous when she loved him.
That's how it happens.
I know. See, I love it.
Me too.
But it's also heartbreaking when you love each other at different times. It's sad. Anyway, also Jen moves in with her grandma next door, and then everyone loves Jen.
And I don't see it at all.
Me neither, but okay, Jen is.
I think she's cute now, but I don't think she was cute in that show.
I love her little pixie do haircut.
Definitely.
She's adorable. But Jen Lindley is the worst part of Dawson's Creek, in my opinion.
By far.
Yeah.
Worst. Except at the very end.
I don't remember. Oh, she dies, doesn't she?
Yeah, but she becomes like a good person.
Oh. I don't think she's a bad person. Anyway, I'll have to rewatch it, but she's the worst. But in case you forgot who is on Dawson's Creek
I might have forgotten.
as a football player, Scott Foley.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I did forget. Just wait until Felicity, you guys.
I've talked about Scott Foley because
I
he's
know.
my like number one.
You wanted to vote for him for people's most sexiest male alive.
Yeah. Okay. And then I put Pacey and Joey forever. Couple things though. To your point, everyone was Team Pacey. No one is Team Dawson. And I even like looked up online and no one is Team Dawson. So way to go, Pacey. Because he's so charming and dreamy. He's not even that cute, honestly, in Dawson's Creek.
Disagree.
But
he's so charming.
so charming. He's so charming. And
it's like Logan Hunsberger and Gilmore Girls.
But adult Joshua Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, let's see. And then I put Joey and Pacey fall in love, and then they spend a summer together on a sailboat, just the two of them
in high school
when they're like maybe 16.
That's bad parenting.
But she doesn't have parents, so
that's right.
Yeah, crazy. And Pacey was gonna go by himself.
That's scary.
Anyway, that's insane to me. But anyway, and then Busy Phillips comes, and what a joy her character was. And it just has iconic episodes, memes, quotes, Dawson crying.
Poor Dawson.
And then I watched the episode where Joey and Pacey go together on the sailboat, and this scene is like, I don't know if you think it's classic or remember, but here's what it says. Joey says, "I think I love you." And he says, "You think or you know?" And she says, "I've known it since the moment you kissed me, and maybe even before that." And Pacey says, "What about Bessie and the B&B?" Because when she says she's going to leave, they need you. And she says, "Not as much as I need you, Pacey."
Oh, that's
so good. Anyway.
I don't remember that.
Oh, can you vision it in your head?
I mean, kind of. I
Visualize.
I don't think I like hardcore know Dawson's Creek. Like,
oh, okay. Well, whatever.
I watched the whole thing.
Okay, some fun facts. Katie Holmes and Joshua Jackson were a real life couple in the early seasons. I know. And then in the series finale, it's like a future episode. And so you're like wondering what happened to all of them, right? It almost had Joey end up with Dawson. But the writers ultimately had Joey choosing Pacey. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that would have been like too cliche. We all saw the chemistry.
Yeah, it would have been a big bomb like the How I Met Your Mother finale.
I didn't watch that show.
Well, it's gone down as like the worst finale in all the history, except for Lost.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, I'm done. Dawson's Creek.
Okay, we're to our number ones.
I can't.
She tried to sing and coughed instead. My number one is Say by the Bell. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, we did already talk about this. Say by the Bell is so good. It was only 4 seasons, which is kind of mind blowing.
Yeah.
But we did watch, or I did watch Good Morning Miss Bliss.
Yeah.
After Saved by the Bell at least started. But it was only 1 season and it was only like 8 episodes or something, which is interesting. But anyway, and then it continued to Saved by the Bell college years, which again was only like 2 seasons, but we watched it a million times. I just love these characters. I love their stories. And it was very PG, which was just refreshing.
It wasn't always PG.
I mean, they did add things like drugs, like doing drugs is bad and drunk driving, which is great to add in whatever, but it was just not like Dawson's Creek.
Well, it's not like TV shows now.
Yeah, no, for sure. I just love it. Like I would be totally fine with my children watching it. In fact, you probably remember from the Saved by the Bell episode, I watched a couple episodes in preparation for that podcast, and Annie was like, "This is my new favorite show."
Oh yeah,
but we just haven't really watched it since then. Yeah. But I love it so much. Let's see. It was nominated for 1 Daytime Emmy.
All right.
In 1992 for, are you ready?
Yeah.
Outstanding Achievement in Lighting Direction.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
Too bad. According to Mark Paul Gosselaar, the show was canceled at the end of every season and then it would be picked up again.
Interesting.
Stressful.
Yeah.
But so fun. And here is a thing that I didn't know about.
Wait, isn't that why there's a season without Kelly? That's when Tori comes in because she went to do 90210.
Kelly and Jesse.
Yeah, they got other jobs because the show kept getting canceled.
Exactly. Yeah. And so then Tori came in for a minute just for fun. Speaking of Tori, this is my other fun fact that I don't think I knew. Oh. Maybe I did. She's a triplet.
Oh.
In real life.
Wow.
I know.
Interesting.
So that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, we talked in depth about it in like one of our first 5 episodes. So if you want more info on Saved by the Bell.
It's our top 5 episodes of Saved by the Bell, which is a fun one.
It's really fun. And I just love this show. Also one that I have on DVD.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
All of them?
I think I do have all of the seasons, but it doesn't have all the episodes on it, which is weird.
Yeah, I remember you watching them on your DVD player before that episode.
I did. And there's just so many fun, like in just 4 seasons, they did so many like on location things. Jesse's father's wedding. Hawaiian style, and which was filmed in Laguna Beach. Also the Malibu Sands.
Yeah.
So
in the mall.
Lots of fun. And the mall. So anyway, love Saved by the Bell. You got it right. Good job.
Yay, I win.
But I win too.
Yes, my number 1 is Felicity. I can't believe you've never watched Felicity.
I think you had me watch a couple episodes, but I remember her haircut episode.
You would love Felicity, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, Felicity.
Because it's a love triangle.
Yeah. But also, just wait.
Okay.
All right. So Felicity was from 1998 to 2002, and it was on the WB, which is funny. I didn't know Felicity existed until college, and my friend Ashlyn told me about it. So Ashlyn, I owe all my Felicity love to you. So here's the little synopsis. Felicity Porter, that's her name, Carrie Russell. Her whole life has been dictated by her parents, who want her to follow in their footsteps as a doctor. Upon graduating from high school, she changes all that. Her longtime crush, Ben Covington, is going to college in New York, and so Felicity applies there too and arrives to find Ben does not feel as strongly about her. But she gets over it with the help of her new friends Noel, Julie, and Elena. It's here that she will spend the next 4 years going through the long, difficult, but ultimately rewarding journey towards adulthood. So, here's the things. The stars of the show are Carrie Russell, Scott Speedman plays Ben, and Scott Foley, they're both Scott, plays Noel, and they're the main characters. Why I love it. Okay, I was the boy crazy girl. So, it's kind of insane if you watch the pilot. She sees Ben at graduation and she has her yearbook and she's like, "Hey, will you sign my yearbook?" And they don't even know each other. But she's just like,
she goes to college for him and she
Mhm.
doesn't know him.
I mean, she's been watching him. Like, she loves him. She's the quiet, kind of nerdy, like, girl that just loves him, right? We're all that girl in some capacity. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, but I need to think about it. Give me a minute." So he like thoughtfully writes this thing in her yearbook that's basically like, "I've been watching you over these 4 years, but not in a I love you way, just like you're intriguing kind of way." And so she goes to New York to hopefully run into him at college.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why you love it. That's why you love it. Okay. I probably wouldn't have followed a boy that I didn't know to another college, but I would.
For the record, me neither.
But I love a boy. Like, I loved boys that strongly.
Right.
Anyway, she's also super weird, and I love that because she's not like the popular beautiful girl, even though she's even though she's very beautiful. They make it like she's the weird beautiful girl.
Yes.
Anyway, she does a lot of embarrassing things in the show. And the premise of it is she like narrates it, but she has a friend, Sally, who lives somewhere else. And so she makes these. Okay, this is dating the show. It's 1998. She has like a Walkman thing and she makes cassette tapes of her telling her friend Sally. It's kind of like Marco Polo. We have an app called Marco Polo where you can make video messages to your friends back and forth. It's that, but the 1998 version. So she's making cassette tapes for herself, for her friend Sally. So she narrates the show by like this, "Oh, Sally, guess what I did today," kind of a thing.
Cute.
And then they mail each other tapes back and forth. So there's an episode where she's like talking about her like sexual desires essentially for Ben Covington. And then they have a party in their dorm and someone accidentally plays that cassette tape at the party at the dorm.
Oh no, is Ben there?
I don't remember, but Noel's there and Noel's the love triangle. It's a whole thing. So anyway, what a good show. It's a classic story of two boys that she's choosing between throughout her time in college because even though Ben doesn't start by loving her, Ben does eventually love her but then Noel falls in love with her too. And so it's like a who's she gonna choose? She kind of goes back and forth between them and you obviously pick a side. Let's see. Noel is the RA of her floor. So anyway, I was team Ben all the way. Team Ben.
I thought you were team Noel.
No, I was not team Noel. I did not love Scott Foley when I watched this show. I hated his haircut
Speaking of haircuts.
and I didn't love Noel as a character. Why are we speaking of haircuts?
Because she gets her haircut in the middle of it. It's so bad.
Oh yeah. I was totally team Ben, but I am definitely team Scott Foley over Scott Speedman. Ho, ho, ho.
Both of those Scotts were semi-regulars on Grey's Anatomy.
Oh yeah. Ugh, I forgot that Scott Speedman was like a Meredith Grey love.
Bad thing.
They are not the same age, right?
I think they probably are.
Ugh, she looks way older than him.
Well, that's true.
I think. Anyway,
But he's kind of old on Grey's Anatomy.
he is probably.
I know.
Anyway, they have a lot of real life issues on the show, and the show is intended to be 4 years of like the 4 years of college. But going off to college, making new friends, choosing your path in life, even if it's against your parents' wishes. And I watched it in college, so it was kind of fun to watch. this was interesting. I have so much about this show. I love this show so much. The show ended with one season that when it wrapped up, they added a weird like season of 5 extra episodes. The series was canceled, but then WB like changed their minds.
Like Saved by the Bell.
Sort of. So it was, but I hated the way they did it. They did it as this like time travel thing of what if she ended up with Noel instead of what if she ended up with Ben. And
Did you just spoil?
yeah, it ended in
She
2002.
told me to watch it.
It's okay. You don't know how it ends. But I hated that. And it was weird. So anyway, JJ Abrams made Felicity.
What?
Yeah, and it was like his first thing, and now he's super famous. He wrote Armageddon the same year as he wrote Felicity, and then he went off to do Alias, which Jennifer Garner. Okay, all these things, these are just in my head. Jennifer Garner was on Felicity, and then he wrote her a show and did Alias, but she also met Scott Foley on Felicity and married him, but then divorced him to marry Ben Affleck.
Oh, that's really sad.
Well, yeah, I know, but anyway. He also did Lost and Star Trek.
He did Lost.
Yeah, so he's very famous. Carrie Russell won Best Actress in a Golden Globe for Best Actress for this show.
Wow.
Yeah, for season 1.
For season 1?
Yeah.
That's like my girl on Jane the Virgin.
Oh, and the show was nominated for Best Series.
Wow.
It was a WB show.
That's bananas.
Now you really want to watch it.
You told me the ending.
It's fine. If you rewatch it, it definitely shows its age, like with the cassette tapes. And there's probably things you wouldn't put on TV now. But anyway, love the show. And the only other thing I was going to say is there's another podcast that we listen to called the Popcast that we've talked about before. The Popcast has you can like pay to be a best friend of the show, and you get access to other episodes of their podcast. And they have a series that they do called The Trailer Park. Nope, that's a different one.
I don't know what it's called.
It's about they rewatch
trailers.
No, not trailers. They rewatch Pilot. The pilot program. That's what it's called. And they recently did Felicity and Dawson's Creek. So while I was prepping for this, I became a BFOT. I paid for the whole year and I listened to both of these episodes and it was so fun. So I learned the Golden Globe thing by listening to this episode. And I learned much about Dawson's Creek, and they loved Michelle Williams, even in the Dawson's Creek pilot.
Good for them.
I know. They also were team Ben on Felicity, except they were like, ew, Scott Foley. And I was like, how dare you? I mean, yes, on the show Felicity, but like not. But she was saying like it was fun because she was around that age, I guess, when they were. And so she'd like go to New York when she visited New York, and you'd go to Dean and DeLuca because Felicity worked at Dean and DeLuca. Oh my gosh.
That's cute.
Anyway, what a fantastic time Felicity is. So please go and watch it.
Okay.
That's all I got.
All right.
Oh, honorable mentions.
Yeah, lots and lots of honorable mentions.
Go.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Home Improvement.
Family Matters.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh,
that show's so good.
Sister.
You have all these shows I did not have. I put Frasier.
Step by Step.
Sex and the City, which I did not watch as a child. I watched it later.
Growing Pains.
Growing Pains?
Yeah.
No way.
Okay.
Did you watch that show?
I mean, not in its full thing, but it should be honorably mentioned.
Okay. Seventh Heaven.
Oh.
We loved that show.
So bad.
It is so bad.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
But there's a 6 degrees of NSYNC because Jessica Biel is married to Justin Timberlake.
Oh, yeah.
ER.
Ally McBeal, which I don't remember at all, except I remember we loved it.
I do remember that too. Okay, Win Ben Stein's Money.
That was good. That's a game show, though. Let's be on the game show episode. You are not gonna you are not agree with this one either.
It's fine.
King of Queens.
Definitely not.
I'm Afraid That I'm Her.
No, you are not.
Okay, good.
Okay, my last three are child cartoons. The Magic School Bus.
No comment.
I love that show as a child. It's from the 90s.
Sure.
Okay, next.
Oh, I have wings.
We liked Wings.
We loved wings.
We were children.
Yeah.
Bobby's World.
Oh my God. Are you going to say like the Newt show?
Ned's Newt.
Ned's Newt.
That was my last one.
Wow, Kelsey.
Good stuff.
The only other thing I put on here was Mickey Mouse Club only so that we can have an NSYNC tie, but we didn't watch that show.
And we had plenty of them already.
I didn't have any, so you had them. Good job.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, it's game time.
Game time.
Don't look at my computer.
Yeah, I can with you.
TwiNSYNC. Okay,
Okay.
these, you have to name the actor or actress that was on more than one 90s show. At least one episode. I'm going to give you the two shows. You're going to name the actor or actress.
Scott Foley. Scott Speedman.
Are you going to let me go first?
We already talked about those. Okay.
Well, one was Scott Foley. I had like 8, so
Okay.
we'll just.
Scott Foley was on Dawson's Creek and Felicity.
That is correct.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Full House and Friends.
Full House and Friends. It's got to be John Stamos.
That's correct.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't.
Oh, is that the only one? I'm only saying one?
Yeah.
Oh, yay!
Good job. Okay.
Didn't he date Rachel in an episode or something?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Boy Meets World and Felicity.
Boy Meets World and Felicity. Carrie Russell.
That is correct.
Yes, she's one of the little girls.
What is the little girls?
Like in an episode. She's like one of their classmates.
I think she's a Sean Hunter date, but I'm not
Yeah,
100% sure.
Sounds right.
Some of these are super easy, but I just found it.
Those weren't easy. I got them anyway.
I just found it really fascinating that so many of them were on so many of these like big shows. Okay. Boy Meets World and The Secret World of Alex Mack.
The only person I know from The Secret World of Alex Mack is Larissa Olenek, so I'm going to guess her.
That is correct.
Great.
Good job.
You said she was on Boy Meets World?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was. I think another one of Sean's girlfriends. Okay, here's another Boy Meets World because everyone was on Boy Meets World.
Interesting.
Boy Meets World and Full House.
Ryder Strong.
No.
I thought he was on Full House. Taj Mowry.
No. That's a good guess. It is Candace Cameron Bure.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Full House and Family Matters.
Full House and Family Matters. Jaleel White.
That is correct.
Yes.
He played Urkel on Full House.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. Okay, the last two I have both have 2 people that were on
Okay,
both
sorry.
of these shows. Saved by the Bell and The Wonder Years.
Oh. Winnie.
No.
Oh. Saved by the Bell, and I never watched The Wonder Years. It's got to be. Oh no, that's a different show. I don't know anyone that was on The Wonder Years, so I guess Mark Paul Gosselaar and Mario Lopez.
Mark Paul Gosselaar is one of them, and the other is Dustin Diamond.
Okay.
And I just thought of another one that you probably thought of, but
No, I didn't.
The Wonder Years and Boy Meets World.
Yeah. It's got to be. I don't even remember his name. Ben. What's their last name? What's his last name?
I can't remember.
The main guy.
That's not the correct answer.
His brother.
That's the correct answer.
Fred Savage.
Yes, Fred Savage. He plays like a professor in the college.
Oh.
in
That's
Boy Meets
funny.
World. And he tries to steal Topanga.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay. Last one. 2 people. Friends. Also a million people on Friends.
Yeah.
Friends and ER
George Clooney?
is one.
The Dr. Green.
No.
Anthony Edwards. That's his
Good
name.
job.
Or Noah Wiley.
Yes.
Okay, who did he play in Friends?
In Friends, there's an episode where they're both on it together and they double date with Rachel and Monica.
That's funny. Yeah, but they're not playing doctors.
They are.
Oh,
They like meet them at the hospital. I know. I know. Okay, that's all I got.
That was fun.
That was fun.
I
Go
liked
watch these shows. Tell us what shows we missed.
Yeah, but also go watch them. You said that.
Do you know how to watch Felicity?
On my DVDs.
I know Saved by the Bell was on Peacock, but
that's a lie. I recently watched the Felicity pilot. I don't remember what it was on, but it's on something.
Okay.
HBO?
I'll try to find it.
Maybe? Okay. We'll put it in the show notes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's all we got for now. So follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Don't watch this episode on YouTube, but watch the rest of them on YouTube.
At TwiNSYNC.podcast.
That's right. All right. That's it.
Okay.
All right. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye.